Coming to you from New Orleans, PCA 2025, and that coverage is brought to you by our friends at Drew Estate. So I can't come to PCA without finding the clock tower and the people there. JC Newman, fantastic, phenomenal, and amazing. But I'm not going to talk a lot because there is so much new going on in the clock tower. So I'm going to leave. It's El Reloj.
El Reloj.
El Reloj. I got
That's
it right this year.
You got it, Bob.
So I kept calling it clock tower, but I did not want to say it, but I always say it bad. But this man right here, Mr. Drew Newman, is going to tell you about all the great stuff, including that Tampa smoker.
That's right.
That's right.
Thank you so much, Bob, for joining us here at PCA 2025 in New Orleans. We brought our iconic El Reloj cigar factory to the trade show floor again, celebrating the fact that we are the oldest family-owned cigar company in America. And in 3 weeks, we'll be turning 130 years old.
You don't look a day over 60. You really don't.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Yes, my great-grandfather founded our company on May 5th, 1895, so we're on the cusp of our 130th anniversary, and we're celebrating it in many ways. And the first is this special cigar they're smoking right now, our Diamond Crown Classic. Diamond Crown was one of my great-grandfather's original cigar brands, and inside our factory here on the floor is a museum display with old boxes, including old Diamond Crown boxes from 100 years ago.
Wow.
And in 1995, my grandfather Stanford and Carlito Fuente recreated Diamond Crown in celebration of our 100th anniversary. And 30 years later, for our 130th anniversary, we've unveiled new packaging for Diamond Crown with bands that sparkle and shine, and this is a new size as well. This is our Diamond Crown Classic Bellicoso number 9. It's smooth, it's elegant, it's luxurious, and hope you enjoy it.
I do, and I enjoy actually listening to you. I'm not puffing on it, but the finish is just so smooth. Sometimes you can get a lighter shade wrapper, you can get that aggression, that tinniness, that slight bitterness, that dryness in the mouth, and this just has that coating that just covers your tongue like gravy. It's not something I'm going to grab a drink for in between. I'm just going to want to let it just sit there and marinate for a minute. This is fantastic.
Well, when my grandfather and Carlito were developing the cigar in the early 1990s, they did something different. What they did was different was they double fermented the wrapper. Most tobacco is fermented once. This wrapper leaf is fermented twice to do exactly what you said, Bob. Remove that harshness and ensure that it's smooth, that it's creamy, that it's luxurious, and it has a wonderful finish.
So in a lot of cigars, a lot of car commercials say, this is not your father's Buick, this is not this, but this is your father's blend, your father's shade. So
it is, and so it's, the packaging has been elevated. It's been upgraded because Diamond Crown has always been an outstanding cigar, but with packaging that was developed in the mid-1990s, it was looking a little dated, and we needed to elevate the packaging so that it reflects the outstanding quality of the cigar that's inside.
What I love about JC Newman, the company, is that you have blends for if you're going to wear, a black tie affair.
Absolutely.
You have a cigar that would fit in that black tie affair. But then if you're out mowing the lawn, you'll grab a cigar that would fit that price point, that experience. But each and every blend is done to a level of it meets the quality and the experience that you want. So it's not like, well, we'll put all our great blends up top and then we'll have our other blends just to fill the market. It's not. Every blend fits the profile at a price point where anybody can get. And I believe that by doing that, number one, you're paying homage to your family, and you are giving the beginner smokers that maybe don't have a high budget to start off and say, you know what, I like the quality of a JC Newman, and when I get a little extra money, maybe I'm going to move up the ladder a little bit, and they don't get disappointed. Each one just elevates those flavors, but the first level is sometimes the top rung of some other companies.
Right.
I really appreciate that about y'all.
Well, thank you, Bob. We know it's our family name. We're a 4-generation family business. And whether it's a $2 Quorum cigar or a $22 Diamond Crown cigar, it's still our family's name and our family's cigar, and we stand behind it. And Mother Nature creates beautiful tobacco leaves but all of them aren't perfect. To get a wrapper that is this beautiful on for Diamond Crown, we're sorting it and resorting it, and maybe it's 2 or 3% of a plant, and so we have to have a home for other tobaccos. And what we can do is we can take the tobaccos that may not meet a Diamond Crown standard, but use them in some of our other brands that allow us to still deliver an excellent quality cigar at a affordable price. And because we're almost 130 years old, we have that experience and that history and the ability to handcraft amazing cigars for all consumers.
That's like even your Havana Q.
Right.
Which I love that cigar.
It's a great cigar.
That's one of my shop cigars.
It's a great cigar.
And it is so smart for the consumer that usually somebody that's going lower in the shelf probably doesn't have a humidor yet. They're not really starting off. But that Havana Q, you have those cigars in a basically humidor bag to where, you don't have to go into the shop every time and buy one. You can buy and bring it home and you can enjoy them on a regular basis instead of having to go out shopping. I think that's brilliant. And the fact that it wasn't a mailed in blend, it was something, and the construction is flawless. I've never had a corked up Havana Q. I've never had bad burns or anything like that. It's just, and I don't have to think about it. It's one of those cigars I can sit down on my bench when I'm working in the shop, and if it goes out, it goes out. I just light it and I go. Or if I have to go answer the phone or something like that, it's something I can come back to. Now, something like this or your more elevated offerings, I'm going to cut the phone off and sit it down.
Right.
I'm going to quit editing. I'm going to quit doing all the stuff I'm doing because I just want to have that moment of experience, that peace, that moment where I can think about things of the day. And it's amazing how a bunch of rolled up leaves that we set on fire can just lubricate the emotions in the person within.
It is amazing.
And I know that 4 generations, that's an amazing passion that's been carried down from family to family to family.
It is. And we're very lucky. And, Bob, our only goal as a company, our only goal is to be handcrafting premium cigars for another 4 generations and 130 years. We roll cigars like Diamond Crown today the same way that my great-grandfather did in 1895, and we want to roll them the same way that we do today 130 years from now. And if we do that, we'll be successful.
When there's companies like this, there's no way AI is going to start making cigars.
Not at all.
This is still a man-made, handcrafted.
Technology is important, Bob, because it allows us to be here at the PCA and talking with viewers from all around the world. But technology has a purpose, and it also doesn't have a purpose. It doesn't have a purpose in cigars. Cigars are handcrafted using all natural leaves of tobacco, and that's never going to change. And truly, there aren't that many things in the world today that are made the same way that they were made 100 years ago.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the things that makes premium cigars so special.
Absolutely. And now y'all have more things going. You've got the Tampa smokers.
We do. And so in our factory behind me, which is a replica of our iconic El Reloj cigar factory in the cigar city of Tampa, Florida, we have a boutique cigar factory where we make luxury cigars in the United States. Again, the same way my great-grandfather did in 1895. So we started with the American, which is unique. We were talking about it a minute ago before we went on the air, because it's a 100% all-American cigar. Handmade in the United States. Every leaf is grown in America. The boxes, the bands, the cellophanes, all the packaging is all American. It's very unique. Made on the 3rd floor right behind me, alongside our Angel Cuesta cigars.
Fantastic cigar.
Which was the official cigar of the King of Spain 100 years ago. We brought it back in the Angel Cuesta Rosado line with a beautiful Havana Rosado wrapper. And this year we've got our new Angel Cuesta shade, which is a unique Nicaraguan shade wrapper.
Wow.
And then our newest cigar that you mentioned is Tampa Smokers. Because Tampa is Cigar City, of course, our professional baseball team 100 years ago was called the Tampa Smokers. And they had the jersey had a cigar on the front, of course. And so we wanted to celebrate the centuries-old tradition of baseball and cigars with a special cigar called Tampa Smokers in honor of our baseball team. And this year at the trade show, not only are we showcasing the Tampa Smokers cigar, both in a Toro size and a unique baseball bat size, we're also showcasing the Home Run Humidor, a humidor that's in the shape of the home plates,
right,
made entirely from game used professional baseball bats.
I saw the press release. We actually put the press release on ChevetteReport.com. Shameless plug right there. But I actually read the press release, and it showed the pictures of them laminating the bats or cutting them into laminates and everything else. And
it's a real process. You want to take round cylindrical baseball bats and shaving them down so you can actually make a humidor out of it. And so it's something special there too. And we also have our Leroy Neiman cigars, and this is the third year of a collaboration with the Leroy Neiman Foundation. As you may know, Leroy Neiman was a very famous American painter in the last century, and he was famous for his handlebar mustache and for always having a cigar in his mouth while he painted. Celebrities from Muhammad Ali to Joe Namath to Olympians. And this year, our collaboration for Leroy Neiman features a piece of his art called Jazz Horns, a very lively jazz performance in honor of the fact that we're back in the home of jazz, New Orleans, and 100% of the profits from that cigar are donated to support arts education in the cigar city of Tampa. So we're very, very excited by that, and so much more, and love being able to share all of these new cigars and new projects and new ideas with you, Bob, and your viewers.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for sitting down with me, and thank you for this delicious cigar. Luckily, I have a little bit of time between appointments, so I can sit down and smoke the rest of this, because putting this out now would just be a crime.
Don't want to do that.
It's fantastic. I love the fact that there is no bitterness in it. There's no harshness in it, but it's not a boring blend.
Right,
it's a blend
not at
that
all.
has those flavors that keep you engaged and keep you entertained as well. So thank you so much for being here, and thank you for letting me sit down with you, my friend.
And then hope that you and your visitors will come visit us in the Cigar City of Tampa. Our factory there is the last traditional cigar factory still operating in the United States, and last year we welcomed 20,000 visitors to El Reloj for tours, cigar rolling classes, events, and much more. And so if your viewers are interested in seeing the tradition of cigar making in the United States, come visit us in the Cigar City of Tampa.
It's on my bucket list.
Good.
It is.